going on? What is going on? Another edition, another Friday, another week in wrestling. It is the Flow Show for the love of wrestling. It is myself, Quincy Jones, go. We got the return to Crazy K. Yeah, I said it. We got Brian
Oh no.
Young Baca in the house. What's going on, guys?
What's up, man? This is a great week for professional wrestling, man. I'm excited.
It started off hot.
I'm excited.
The hottest topic in professional wrestling right now. And no, we're not talking about CM Punk. We are talking about a shirtless Roman Reigns. Young Baca testifying.
I've been wanting this for years. I got really excited when he announced he's going to do it, and when he doubled down on it, I was hoping for new music too. But I'll take the shirt.
Because that's the thing too. Because sometimes these guys will go public with like, I'm gonna get new music, and it never happens.
Yeah.
Like he wouldn't be the first guy. You know what I mean? Like we heard Keith Lee was supposed to be getting lyrics to his song like 2 pay-per-views ago, but whatever. It is what it is now. I mean, with Roman, he still hasn't gotten the new music, but hey, he delivered on the. I guess technically, you got the full heel turn is when you got to do like something different, like a beard or remove an article of clothing or add an article of clothing. That's how you know the heel turn is complete. And I mean, first of all, the match itself. I mean, you guys all saw it, correct?
Amazing. Yeah, I've seen it 3 times so far.
Dude, can we get this man an Academy Award or what, man?
Unbelievable.
Like, both guys. Let's give them their flowers, man. Like
I want to step in and say all 3 guys: Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, and Joe.
I was gonna say supporting role right at the end with the cameo of the night. I mean, he was in the little build-up video. Jimmy Uso was wishing his brother well. Commenting on the history between him and Roman Reigns and everything. But yeah, man, this match was great. I did love the ambulance match, but this match right after. Sometimes when you get a big match like the ambulance match and then you go straight into another, the energy sucked out the room.
Yeah,
and I was ready.
I think the ambulance match sucked out all the air, and then we got it back with the
You're not a fan of the ambulance match?
I just thought there was way too many legends making appearances for a babyface. I understand that it kind of makes sense, but that's the kind of thing you should have done at SummerSlam and not at this one.
Party of the Summer?
Yeah, because that's the storyline they had going into SummerSlam, not this one.
That's true.
Or it's your skeletons coming back to hunt you. You never know when it's going to happen. It happens.
Well, I feel like it shouldn't have happened at a different match or something.
It is amazing that they've managed to stretch this program until November or October, I guess. Hell in a Cell.
It will be in November too. Don't worry about it.
Listen, I love it. I love Randy Keith Orton. I think he's been doing great stuff. I love Roman Reigns. I love the Usos. I love Dominic. I'm all in on Dominic. WWE shop.
Team Randy versus Team McIntyre at Survivor Series. It's going to be like Drew and Ric Flair, like all the legends.
I'm not gonna lie, I'd like that. I would enjoy that if it was Drew and the Legends versus. Like what? Bobby Roode, Dolph Ziggler, Randy Orton.
That'd be kind of cool. And first of all, yeah, let's talk about that. Bobby Roode coming back. I've been talking about this guy, and all of a sudden, poof, he appears. Like. I have a reason to watch Raw again. You know what I'm saying?
You're looking like a 1970s porn star too.
I love Bobby
Roode. The robe is nice though. The robe is.
This is what I don't get. How do you love Bobby Roode but you don't enjoy like Randy Keith Orton, or you don't enjoy what's going on with Roman Reigns?
I like Randy Orton. I just don't like the story anymore.
I've been enjoying what they've been doing with Randy.
I love it. I love it, man.
Well, let's get into maybe this right here because I think the elephant in the room with what's going on in wrestling is that there's a draft coming up, and we have no idea if these are going to even be the same storylines or they're going to force these storylines even if there's a draft, which happens a lot.
Now that I think about it, I think the draft is supposed to occur before Hell in a Cell even happens. So that's interesting too.
So do you guys have
the draft starts tonight?
No, it starts on next Friday.
Is it? Next Friday?
It's the 9th and the 12th.
And the Monday after the 13th, yeah.
So let me ask you guys this. What's one move you want to see happen? Because not necessarily a move that you think is going to happen, but what move that you want to see happen?
I mean, because that's the thing, too. It could be NXT call-ups, too, right, at this point?
I honestly think if they really do start firing some wrestlers over this Twitch thing, they might have to start making some NXT call-ups.
Nobody's getting fired over Twitch. AJ Styles isn't getting fired over Twitch.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think AJ Styles is either.
WWE just made some sort of deal with Twitch, and they're about to take over all their accounts.
I honestly think AJ Styles should fight that.
It's Alan Jones.
Yeah.
Just go back to Alan Jones, and he'll be all right.
But that does suck. For somebody that speaks up for Big Finny Mac all the time, if I'm an independent contractor, I'm allowed to do whatever I want. Now, you own the image, that's fine, but don't tell me I can't use my
honestly,
real name
like,
to do
dude,
stuff.
if you're not going to pay for my medical bills using my body for your company, then I'm going to do, like, you don't get to control what I do outside of.
But I do understand that Roman Reigns can't make a cameo video, but Joe can.
Yeah, no, see, and that's the thing. I think it's on a per case basis because not everyone is as quote unquote valuable. You know what I mean? Like, but at the same time, anybody, you know, whether it's Bo Dallas all the way up to Roman Reigns, they can do something and make a fool of themselves or, you know, representative. And they're all obviously associated with WWE. So obviously that's what they're trying to prevent. But I think it's because Vince is old and doesn't understand everything. You know what I mean? Like some, you know, as they say, like, you know, what's it called? Good promo. Like, you know, you can't really like have bad promotion. You know what I mean? Like if they're talking about you or you're giving them a reason to talk.
You could have bad promotion.
I mean,
what's been going on with Velveteen Dream is really bad promotion.
Oh, that's yeah. But
and the thing is, like, if Andrew Yang ends up getting some more political power with the new Biden administration, if that happens, if Biden does get elected,
Andrew Yang says he's going for it.
Yeah,
he said, "Yo, Finny, this ain't Vite. I've been sitting back for years. This isn't Vite, Finny."
He's like, I started watching wrestling, and then all of a sudden, I'm like, nah, I gotta. This is my cause.
You know. So.
Oh my God, it's Yang. It's Yang with a chair. He's coming.
Voiceless. Oh man.
But Joe Biden spoke on it as well.
Joe Biden, don't talk about Joe. Man, freaking. You know, actually, the funniest thing I saw out of that debate was someone took the 8 Mile battle.
Yeah,
I was like, that was
they doubled up. That's funny.
So what do you guys want to see with the draft?
Yeah, I think Matt Riddle needs to get over to Raw and get away from Corbin. I don't know what's going on.
They're both going to get drafted the Raw together.
well, the reason I say that's because, but I don't know what's good. It's up in the air too. If you notice, on Monday they didn't have Raw Underground.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that means it's done or what's. I mean, but if it's still going to go on, because remember they had the whole thing with what they changed his name.
Babacude or something.
Somehow
it just says something racist. I don't know.
They used to be called Babatunde, but they called him something else. Now I forgot. But yeah, it was him and Bray, and then it was just like there was nothing next week. But if they bring it back, that's a great way, I think, to have a
Braun, not Bray. It was him and Braun.
You said what?
You said Bray. It was him and Braun Strowman.
Braun, yeah. Like Hurt Locker, man. It is, bro. But hey, what's up with Cedric though? He's in the boot camp. Is what they were saying on Raw.
I think he's got COVID.
I was thinking too. Because I was like, oh, he's not. Oh, okay. Maybe he's just chilling.
I think that's what happened with Raw Underground too. I think it's just they're just trying to.
That's
the COVID thing. I don't know if people have it or they're trying to contain it. I just think they just feel like they shouldn't have 16 people in the same room at once.
Shoulder to shoulder, slapping them, sweaty Matt.
I can see AJ Styles coming back to Raw now that Heyman's on SmackDown.
So fill me in because I'm a casual fan. Heyman and AJ really, like, real life heat, don't like each other, correct?
I don't know. I don't think it's Heyman. I think it's AJ.
It's more AJ than Heyman. Heyman, he got to do what he got to do. Like he does what he's told, and he has to make decisions that's based on the best interest of the company that's paying his paycheck.
100%, man.
Which is why I don't blame him. But at the same time, Paul Heyman's been who he is for years. Everyone so it's no secret. So grain of salt. That's on you. You know what I mean?
If I recall, the main reason, I know there's little ones, but the main reason was the Good Brothers got fired. And AJ Styles felt like Paul Heyman didn't make enough.
He lied to his face about it because he asked him.
Right.
And he said, "No, I didn't. I'm not the one that pulled the trigger on the decision." But then when he went to Vince is like, Vince acted like he didn't even know, and he was like, "No, well."
Vince know who they were.
Well, and the thing is, like, I feel like AJ Styles feels like he can't get mad at Vince because, you know, maybe it was just like mess him up career wise or whatever. So I think he legitimately is like, I'm just gonna make Heyman officially the scapegoat, which I think it was mutually both Vince and Heyman's decision.
I don't know if he'd mess him up career wise because at the time he was actually considering AEW too. He had serious talks with him before he ended up.
Well, you just signed a 5-year deal to hang out with your friends, and then your friends leave. You know?
I would be upset.
Yeah, I can imagine. Like he feels like shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's kind of the cause of them. Like he pretty much brought him along on the confidence of himself, knowing he had stability in the company, but they really didn't. And then
I would be upset. Hey, if I sign this deal, you gotta look out for my people too. Obviously, you can't put that in writing. And you can't make that legal binding. But if you say, "Hey, Baca, I got you. We're gonna make sure these guys take care of as well."
Rey Mysterio pulled it off with his son, so
yeah,
you know.
Well, but that I understand. Yeah, but Aaliyah's getting more airtime than anybody.
Who would you guys move to?
I would want to see. Okay, so going back to what we were talking about earlier is, if they really can, I'm telling you. So I don't even know if they can make the decision now. If they could really pull off Roman versus The Rock at Mania, and they could just have Roman Reigns deal with his cousins up until like TLC, and then figure and then figure something out for just Royal Rumble through Mania, just to kind of hold it off. Move Fiend to fucking Raw. I don't want Fiend anywhere involved in this. Like,
because he's
the
just
Fiend
collateral damage instead of. Yeah, it's not going to benefit.
So have Fiend go against Drew. Have Fiend go against Randy or whatever
Fiend
you guys.
Drew. Yeah, I'll throw money at that.
Drew and
so throw Fiend at Raw. Don't even have him involved. Let Roman just have his own thing. SmackDown could literally survive if it's just Roman Reigns and Samoan people, and then a bunch of mid card guys.
So you're saying Samoa Joe should move to SmackDown too?
I think Samoa Joe having a Royal Rumble match against him. Just
Samoa Joe being the commentary for Roman Reigns' heel turn right now.
Right,
turn that shit up.
The way it looks like Samoa Joe's never going to wrestle again, man.
Because you could even have Samoa Joe at this point saying like, "Hey, I know I'm not part of this family, but I'm still Samoan, and I feel like you're being disrespectful or whatever."
Take my money. Let's go.
And then have a Royal Rumble.
That's what I'm saying.
Royal Rumble match.
Dude, no, honestly, Brian, it's crazy because I was just thinking yesterday before I was even having to write notes down. I was like, I keep hearing this rumor about him and The Rock, and I'm like, with the way shit happened at Clash and how he was with, I'm the head of the table, and I've been seeing all these funny memes about, I've been sending them to you guys on the chat. I'm like, yo, this ain't really that far away of how we could build up towards that, as opposed to making it seem like, hey, I got a movie coming up. Oh, really? We want you to help, because it's always like that. It's always, oh, I just happen to be here for a few months, and I'm a hop in town and then like leave when I welcome my stay, which is the day before the Monday after WrestleMania.
Even for Roman Reigns,
legit. The story would be very well told. And again, like, hey, I wouldn't be mad if they want to throw Samoa Joe in there at one point.
And so like even if you look at the timetable, right?
Bring back Eric Estrada, the guy who even managed Umaga.
You guys are missing the major one right now, man. WrestleMania is going down right here in LA. Fingers crossed, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
I doubt it, dude.
It's being already.
Well, when you say you're the head of the tribal family, there's also another guy named Dwayne Johnson that I'm sure could claim it as well. At WrestleMania, man.
Especially when you hear that the move. Especially when you hear that the move to wear Tampa.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter because like The Rock's two homes is like California, Hollywood.
Yeah, and I'm sure The Rock could afford the private jet to get to WrestleMania.
And to be honest, if COVID is keeping him from filming, then he's available.
He's still filming. Yeah. Did you guys see? I don't know if you guys follow his Instagram. The electricity went out at his mansion, so
this fool like freaking ripped open his freaking gate, or he didn't.
The gates wouldn't open, so he just ripped them off, and the guys that installed the gates were like, "How the hell did that happen?"
Like,
so bear with me on this. Hell in a Cell is coming up next. You could do that against Jimmy Uso if he's healthy enough. If not, Jey Uso could run that back. Survivor Series, Roman Reigns versus a Raw champion, just to have a hold-off feud. And then TLC could be the triple threat TLC match that we want. And then you could just fill in however you can.
Yeah, you can plug people in.
Roman Reigns or whoever.
Who would be in the triple threat TLC that you're thinking?
I think both the Usos would be really.
Okay, that's why I was trying. I need to clarify. I was like, you're talking about the twins versus they're gonna fight. I mean, if it was me and my brother, actually, I don't know. I would help my brother to win. I'd be like,
I want to be the big dog too, Oos.
Or
what do you say, from the porch to the pay-per-view?
There's a lot of good catchphrases that Young Bac's going to use his Instagram page the next couple weeks.
And I'm throwing this out there. In the next 3 months, I want to see Rikishi get the shit beaten out of him by Roman Reigns on SmackDown.
Just beat his ass, right?
Because he's still
Brian, Brian, you gotta. When Vince gives me the call and says, "Hey, I want you, Baca, I want you to be on the writing staff," I say, "Only my boy Brian's coming," because you just giving it heat right now, man. You giving it heat.
All right, and then when does Nia Jax, or does Nia Jax just like?
Oh, that we're saving.
You finally come around, cuz
we're saving that for Fastlane, man. It's gonna be.
Because like then if she does happen to like pretty much nearly kill somebody in the ring like she normally does, it'll be great because then she got Roman with her, so it's all like character.
Oh, I was thinking you guys have Roman beat up Nia Jax.
Oh yeah,
the problem with that is Roman Reigns will get a big pop for that.
I can see that. Where, I could see where like she overwhelms her to stay after like a mixed tag, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm the queen at the table, cuz," and he's just looking at her like, "Nah, there ain't no queen."
I can't stand Nia Jax, man.
Bro, if they let Randy Orton give her an RKO, they'll let Roman spear her, bro.
100%.
Give her a Superman punch.
Listen, she has enough. You know, she could take it. Hey,
what if he dresses down? What if they show Roman going down to the developmental center and dressing down Simone Johnson, bro?
Oh, that would be pretty cool.
Who's Simone Johnson?
That's Dwayne's
The Rock's daughter.
That's training. Dwayne.
Oh, you talk? I know it's Pebble. Pebble. Yeah, I got you.
No,
she talks down to Pebble.
Dude, that's doable. So
I do. I'm trying to think if there even indie Samoan guy they could bring in just to kind of carry this feud through. Even you know what? Even if they wanted to pull it off, I know it would be a pointless match.
They could bring some of the fat twos from MLW, bro.
Yeah, they could also do like just straight up have Roman Reigns versus Rikishi at Fastlane.
No, I can't have that.
Like, and just have him beat the shit out of him. Like,
no, but don't they have don't the Usos have two other brothers as well?
What's this Shama Luda, who's been like he's done a lot of extra work with them, a lot of like done a lot of jobs and shit, enhancement work, but he also was on AEW like recently. So
I know it's not Samoan, but it's another Islander thing. You know, let's just give Kona Reeves that push right now, dude. Like,
oh no, dude, different island. No, because I was thinking like Tamina, but then like no, they ain't trying to give Tamina too much. Then they got to bring up her dad, and no one wants them to do that.
Yeah,
especially with Darkseid, it just popped up last year. But you know
what? Yeah,
I think of Roman, I did get a little quote from him when he talked about this new character he's doing. He said that he didn't really build it around anybody in the industry. If anything, more from movies, because he said he kind of fashioned it after he was watching Gangs of New York, and he says he's like the butcher in his mind. He said there's a bad element to him, but he's like the native, and he's the one that's from America. He says I like those kind of characters where there's a justification in their mind at least to what they're doing. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I mean, I'm definitely looking to seeing how he takes it going forward. But I
hope they keep building up on the Usos. Let's fund it back
at least until the end of the year. I think there's a lot of.
We got to get him versus Keith Lee at some point, right?
If you think Keith Lee goes to SmackDown?
I don't know Keith Lee.
I mean, they could move him to SmackDown and have him team up with.
No, I'm doing all Riddle. Samoans. I'm doing Roman Reigns versus every Samoan.
Samoans only.
Until we build it up to Dwayne The Rock Johnson versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, right here at SoFi Stadium, Los Angeles. Young Baca in the crowd. Even if I'm
you know what you could do too is like after they're done with the Usos up until the year or whatever, you could even do a Roman Reigns beatdown on like Mick Foley on an episode of SmackDown leaving up to WrestleMania. I don't know. Yeah. I'm just throwing up.
I didn't know he was Samoan.
You know what I mean?
I think Cactus Jack has some Samoan blood in him. You know,
just a little bit. Just what I'm trying to think of. Have any of them married within the industry too? Maybe they got a little crossover.
Naomi, just like this.
Oh yeah.
Yo, I would pop.
There you go.
Naomi beat down.
Well, imagine Nia Jax beating down Naomi, trying to impress Roman Reigns, but Roman Reigns didn't give a shit.
Yeah, they both just like, yeah, I can see that. I did have an update, by the way, on your guys' most favorite faction in the world, Retribution.
Oh, they're so dope.
So, what we were laughing about their names last episode. I got some clarification on one of the names because T-Bar is ridiculous, right? Can we all? Young Baca is pretty majestic. You know what I'm saying? I feel you. You got, Brian Hammond.
I think every name is stupid until you get used to it. You know?
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
So you thought of a Young Baca and said they're gonna yell this from the mountaintop.
Well, that's just a cliche because I'm not creative.
Oh,
anybody that starts getting involved in hip hop from 2010 is just Lil Young or something like that.
I got you. But I guess apparently T-Bar is an acronym. The T, it stands for terrorize, brutalize, annihilation, and then the R is for retribution.
I would prefer if it didn't have an acronym.
Yeah, it's bad enough, right? Like it's like, because even when I was looking at T-Bar, there is a military term like FUBAR, which is like fucked up beyond all recognition. So I thought maybe there's a little bit of that, and I'm like, T something beyond. But I was, oh no, it's not. It's just.
Let me throw this out there. I think in wrestling, if you have a name that ends with shun, like retaliation or retribution, it's gonna suck.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything on the top of my head right now that.
I'm not gonna lie. One of the before he was Damian Priest, when he was performing as Punishment Martinez, like I wasn't feeling it at first. It was,
you liked we both agree that Punishment Martinez is better though, right?
I was not a fan of the name at first.
Punishment Martinez or Damian Priest?
No, Punishment Martinez. I had to get used to it. But Damian Priest, I laughed.
You got to get used to names, man.
See, that's why I brought it up to bring it full circle, Baca. You have to, goes without saying. You know what I mean? But
I think after a while you just get used to saying things because it's always told to you. I'm trying to think of other things that are like
The Rock. No, or like the Miz.
Rock.
The Miz is a perfect one. Like
the Miz, if they had the Miz now, you'd be like, "What the hell is going on, the Miz?"
Yeah, but after 10 years of
hard but now it's like it fits, man. I love the Miz.
He has a show now, second season. He got 2 shows actually.
So. He has his own show.
He has Miz and Mrs. and then he has he's like a co-host of like a game show.
Oh, that's dope.
Wipeout.
So do we all feel that the WWE booked themselves in a corner now that Andrade and Zelina Vega are separated, and now there's not a tag team there?
Well, I was thinking that's what I was thinking. I was like, why would you even go full circle? Like, first of all, the night before, Angel got injured, and I was like, oh wait, that's bad. I was like, that was the only other tag team they had. And then like the next night, then they have it go like they drive the stake even more deeper by having him come out there and talking shit. Like, oh, you're nothing without me. I'm like, oh, so we're not even gonna go back to y'all two. I was like,
well, maybe that's what they're trying to lead to, right? Why else would they say it?
I don't know, man.
I mean,
I love that. I just no.
I mean, it's the Raw writing team, so we truly do not.
This is the same. I'm gonna tell you this right now, dude. Raw is not that great. SmackDown is good. I'll give you some main
There's been some bad stuff in SmackDown.
Bro,
I enjoy watching Raw on
SmackDown. That actually brings me to my next point. You talk about it's a clear example of how bad the writing team is, especially for Raw, because our friend, our buddy, our favorite, Mr. Rusev, now Miro, he actually finally released info on what was going to be the final, I guess, stage of whatever they were doing with him and Lana and the Bobby Lashley thing. I thought it got as bad as it could get, but no, we were wrong. We were very wrong. The original pitch was going to have the story end with him having erectile dysfunction.
We've all been there.
Says he originally wasn't supposed to lose the feud, but then that changed over time as well. So he would have lost his wife, watched his wife be with another man, had ED, and then lost the feud.
That's why I have to stop you. It's not just another man. It's like the biggest, toughest, blackest motherfucker on the planet. And knowing Vinnie Mac, he would have implied, hey, if that ain't working out, maybe
I'm sorry, but there's no way you can watch that and not imply the fact the blackest, because that was done for a reason.
Yeah, 100%.
It's like you can't not say it because it's implied 100%.
I think that'd be the most relatable character in wrestling. I don't know.
The most sympathetic. Like, dude,
we've all been to a moment where it just didn't work, and then we're like, oh man, you know what? That's how you get a babyface shirt.
That's how you get. I
kind of feel bad.
Listen, those wrestling fans that wear black T-shirts and have Cheeto dust on their hands.
Drake Maverick pissed himself, and a couple months later, he's getting all the sympathy in the world.
Oh, that's so funny.
It can be done.
You on fire today, Brian. You killing it, man. And that sucks. That sucks. But Triple H made out with a woman that was dead. Things happen in WWE.
well, she was unconscious, and then the other one he was the one that was dead, he was humping, right?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Both.
Oh, my bad.
My bad.
My bad. Wrong Triple H. Wrong. Okay.
my wrong out of date.
Exactly.
My thing that didn't date well thing. My bad. I got it.
Oh man, too many. I'm sorry.
He talks about it all the time. He talks about like that's the biggest, most embarrassing thing he ever did.
Yeah. I mean, because it's like, who wrote? Like, if that was me, and especially a guy like Triple H, I'd be like, bro, we're really doing this shit.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna defend Raw, Baca, you're gonna tell me that I had to sit through 10 minutes plus a promo segment backstage of a Dana Brooke, Mandy Rose, Lana, and Natalya match?
I'm gonna let you guys in a little secret. You go subscribe to Hulu, you get the 90-minute Raw, and it's honestly that Mandy and Dana segment didn't pop up on my episode of Raw this
I didn't
week.
get that. I didn't.
You trim it down to 90 minutes. It's amazing.
I saw when they had a match, but I didn't know they had a segment. I didn't see
that little backstage thing where they're like, "We're a team."
Yeah.
Really?
Well, you have to build up tag teams, right? I don't understand why they would take the Iconics.
I get it. You have very attractive,
super hot too, man.
You have very attractive women in the ring, but I don't want to sit through 10 minutes of the most untechnical shit I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, no, I mean, dude, especially when you think you're like, oh, and Lana's in there, I'm like, oh, it's about to get real technical. It's gonna get real. Oh,
so
yeah.
did you guys like the Randy Orton coming in with the Legends, shuts up the life?
Horrible.
Had the
yeah, thank you.
Listen. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. It was a big pop.
Why wear just stick the night goggles off and just have him turn the lights off and do it? I think more people would have been like, "Oh, I get it." You know what I mean?
He would be the only one that they can't defend themselves if they can't see. He's the only one that can see.
Bro,
but I think those weren't even like night vision goggles.
One huge complaint.
They might not. I agree with you. I hear what you're saying. They didn't look like night vision goggles, but you know what they were trying to imply. I loved it. I loved it.
I have one complaint. Why are they getting attacked in the dark by chairs and then there's nobody screaming or moaning in pain? Like, it was completely silent. It just sounded like...
Oh, you heard the sound effects.
Bro, there was nobody screaming or like, like, if he's hitting people...
You're right.
Like, that was the only thing that I could complain about. Was like...
Shawn Michaels, they need to step up more and start to sell. You're 100% right.
No, and the Big Show over there.
The guy,
Big Show's so bad.
Look, I'm just saying, he thinks he's some kind of storyteller, right? Some sort of Mr. Wrestlemania or something. I mean, come on, bro.
I agree. Those guys got to sell more.
And then you got Chris. No, but I was like, why were they silent the whole time they're supposed to be getting attacked? Like, yell or I mean, bro, if you getting jumped, you're going to be silent the whole time.
How often do we have to see Ric Flair on TV?
I love
playing cards.
Man. Hey, you know what? You might not,
imagine
God willing, but you might not have that much time left.
Imagine going to Raw and being like, this show sucks so bad that we're just going to play a 3-hour game of fucking poker.
Well, if you notice, I don't even think there was a TV in there. So they were not even watching the show, which was probably the smarter decision. But
what about, hey, we're trying to build new legends. We got NXT built up, and then Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair on TV every segment, right?
Right.
Yeah, because WWE, they're about making new stars.
Okay, so I don't know
if
a
star.
Last episode, Quincy, you could let me know or not, but when I saw Big Show interfere in that match at Clash of Champions,
like, it was one of those things, and when it happened, I was like, what is this motherfucker doing? I was like, well, why? And then, but I'll put it like this. If it wasn't, like, the 3 other guys, like Christian and them getting involved, saved his involvement.
Yeah.
It came off so random. I was like, it was as random as when he, when Drew won it at WrestleMania and he came out like, oh, I'm going to challenge you after you beat Brock Lesnar. It was like,
but we know that was to push his new Netflix special. We know that.
What are you talking about? His Netflix special's done.
No. When he originally came out after he won the title of WrestleMania.
First time, yeah. He always got.
I don't know how sitcoms like that can make it on air, man, with those cheesy jokes, and I guess I'm just not that bad. It was so bad.
Foley had a cameo for you.
Oh, it was awful, man.
You gotta love those guys, but I got.
They should let me and Brian write sitcoms.
Yeah, no, honestly, like, yeah, no, just Brian and have you just do the character development. Let everybody know what their motivation is.
I would have to have that conversation. Be like, hey, Big Show, real talk. You may never get on TV again.
So you may just want to see how far this Netflix thing rises.
Yeah, like.
So, new evidence popping up about supposedly Tessa was training with Sasha. You guys hear about this?
No. I'm all for it, man.
There's pictures out. I guess supposedly they had some type of training session.
Do you think that's just feeling fire for no reason, or do you think it's something?
I mean, it's funny because when I told Doc about it, he was more mad at the fact that Sasha didn't keep up kayfabe, and he's like, she's supposed to be selling her neck. What the fuck? I was like, yeah, I feel you.
Oh, I thought you meant like she's not keeping up kayfabe. Like this girl was talking smack about black women the other day. I'm not going to train with her for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't that what she got in trouble for? She spit at a black woman.
I mean, allegedly, as they say.
I know you're trying to protect yourself. But that's what That's what happened, right?
We got to see. Before we had to make sure you didn't say anything.
Yeah, I hear you.
Stepping on toes. But yeah,
you want him attacking the Quincy Jones Empire.
I think I think we.
Hold that bottle pop. What you drinking over there, Brian?
I know.
Just trying to get through the day.
I'm eating vitamins, and they're stuck to the bottom, and I'm trying to get them out without getting them, but it just looks like I'm jacking it on the air right now.
So funny.
Like I'm just. Oh, we're talking about Tessa Black show.
Aren't you a little bit awed to be chewable vitamins?
They're good though.
Oh, not at all, bro.
I went to Target today. I'm trying to get healthy, man. I'm trying to drink water. I'm trying to do better.
Dude,
so I'm getting all these vitamins, and they have these men.
Water saves your life,
They had these men chewable vitamins. After the age of 12, you shouldn't be able to chew your vitamins.
Bro, they got gummy vitamins for men too, bro.
They're good. These are apple cider vinegar.
They want you to feed the child inside, bro.
Isn't that's how you fighting off COVID, Brian, over there in Orange County, just taking your vitamins?
See, it's
wearing a mask, giving handshakes, and taking
the hurt business. 100%. Let's go.
Willie, man, I know we gotta go soon, but I think Jey and Jimmy Uso, they did a great job, man.
No, they did great.
When they threw that towel in and he was beating up. I still get him confused. Jimmy was in the match, right? Jimmy was getting beat up. Jey was getting beat up, and then Jimmy slid in and protected his body. Listen, just between us three right here,
bro.
There might have been a little bit of tears in Young Baca's eyes.
Chills,
man.
Huh? Again, not to be biased, I am a twin, so watching that, I couldn't help but put myself in their shoes. Like,
it was amazing.
I was watching my brother in his biggest opportunity, and I'm watching him get his ass beat by another family member. It's like, yo, bro, like I feel you, but I need to consult with you, like. Is just, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Especially when you think about it, he was giving him a way out instead of having to tell him that he was a tribal chief.
Yeah.
But I love Roman where he was getting mad at the ref. He was looking at Heyman like,
he really sold it, man.
I talk to him. You don't want me to talk to him. He's like,
he sold it, man. He said,
"This is family business. Like this ain't got nothing to do with you." I was like, "Yo, this is."
And when he said he was holding his head, Roman Reigns was holding his head to the camera and say, "Tell him I'm the tribal chief." He said, "Not today." It was not today.
But that's when the ref goes like, "You know what? Like you're booked on this pay-per-view. I'm paid by Vince McMahon to referee this match. I'm gonna fucking referee this match. All right, get the fuck out of my way, Joe."
I just think it was all great,
I'm a veteran referee.
Yeah, dude.
They call me Little Nate. Goddamn it!
I will DQ the fuck out of you right now,
bro. The thing that it was crazy. There's a lot of people who were complaining that this match were like, "This was sick." I mean, this was it was good. But then it was what they say. It was on the thin line of like domestic abuse. I was like, oh my god. No.
Never make them happy. Those people.
No, bro.
So if he does that, to someone outside his family, it's just a wrestling match. It's domestic violence. If he does it,
it's going too far. But like when it's his cousin, all of a sudden it's like, come on, guys. Like, I mean, the thing family does. Anyone that's been in a family know you.
Oh, 100%.
You always get in a fight with a brother, cousin. It is with friends. It is what it is, dude.
And it was little things that they said, like when Roman Reigns said, "I've been beating his ass like this my whole life," and then commentary Willie put him over and said, "Hey, this is his chance to shine," because people always asking, "What twin are you?" It was great.
Dude, that's the line of the feud.
That was my favorite.
It was great stuff.
Obviously, like I definitely identified with that, dude. Because when me and my brother started doing music, it was like middle school, high school. But then after high school, everybody would see us. But if they saw one of us by herself, it's like, oh, hey, where's your brother?
That has to be frustrating, man.
That
has to be frustrating.
After a while, you get it because it comes with the territory. Twin, but then after a while, you're like, oh, you really don't really know me.
You should have just fucking took him out in the womb.
No, then I wouldn't be here. You know what I'm
saying? They can't get The Rock.
You could take him out, right? You're the younger brother too, right?
I'm the younger brother, so yeah.
And that's what they said. They said Jimmy was born 8 minutes after, and it might as well have been 9 years.
That's what, dude. That's why I was like sitting up there, like watching Jimmy hobble out. I'm like, this is deep.
Yeah,
it's deep. But
if they can't do The Rock at WrestleMania, who do you think it should be? Because I wouldn't mind the Brock. I wouldn't mind the Brock.
Brock.
Are you telling me you wouldn't mind Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns again?
But if the storyline's totally different,
Obama,
though.
I'm not gonna.
What? Brock's gonna be the babyface?
No, but well, you might have Brock coming back like, "Hey, Paul." So what the fuck, like?
No, yeah, I was figuring like at one point they're gonna have to address the fact that Paul switched sides on him, low key.
Right. And then you could even hint that Paul's gonna go back to Brock.
I mean, there was that recent interview he did when he brought up CM Punk's name. What do you guys think about that?
Well, if they could actually pull,
I think it's true. I think CM Punk buried Roman Reigns and made people like you. 100% he buried him on the podcast and made you guys think that Roman Reigns isn't a good worker.
Intentionally buried him because when you listen to what he said, it's not bad, but coming from him, it's definitely going to bury Roman based on what the hell they felt about him at the time already.
We talked about this. We said we have to be responsible for the things that we say. CM Punk had to be responsible for things that he said.
No, he didn't. He knew he didn't work for that company anymore, bro. He has no
respect. But then it's just being a bad guy. Then it's just being a bad guy.
I don't think he thought it would have the effect that it would have, but
it had a huge effect. But
at the same time, to your credit, I don't think he was sorry for it.
Yeah.
You know? So let's put this in perspective, though. CM Punk left in what, 2014, or was that 2013? 2014. Let me double check. It was 14, January 14, I want to say.
Yeah, it was right after Royal Rumble, right?
Yeah. So he hasn't wrestled in 6 years. This would probably make it 7. I know we're just talking about like what are our thoughts on the thing, but obviously people are gonna go back straight to the there should be a match thing. So I'm just jumping the gun here. The longer we wait on CM Punk, the more I don't want to see him wrestle, because I just 100%. Don't know if he's gonna cut it with the athleticism that we have now.
100%.
He's going to be slower. He's going to be older. And obviously, it will be kind of cool to see, but I don't think he's going to be able to wrestle the newer, younger talent at the same rate. He's not Rey Mysterio, who's built for this shit.
Is this the same guy that just said he wants to see Rikishi and Roman Reigns at Fastlane?
Yeah, dude. Because
vibes, bro.
All you can do is super punch the guy, spear him once, beat the shit out of him, and then have the Usos run in and try to stop him or something.
No, I think when the twins.
No, you also have the Usos hold him in place for the stink face. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Or you have The Rock beating the shit out of Rikishi, and then all of a sudden you hear The Rock's music at Fastlane, and that officially.
Let's go.
And then he's gonna be like,
"I
did it for Rikishi."
Yeah.
And then,
because you could have so many smoke and mirrors. You got the Usos interfering. Dude, Rikishi
there's a lot of things that could be done, bro.
A lot of things that he could do.
I think
go ahead and tweet Vince McMahon, Brian. You got some good ideas.
I would still rather prefer Rikishi just getting his ass beat on a random SmackDown.
Yeah. No, I agree.
And where he's like in the back with like Otis, and Otis is trying to show him his worm. Pause, no homo. And then he's like, "Oh, okay, yeah." And then all of a sudden, boom, it just gets freaking like attacked. I mean, you
could even pull that off like a random match on SmackDown too.
Yeah, you gotta do a callback, man.
Where like Otis and Rikishi are just fucking vibing.
No, they just make things up. Like they make things up. Like it's Rikishi's birthday.
Gotta add Jerry to King Lawler just to honor Grant.
How awkward was it when the King was checking out Aaliyah?
Bro, she's 19, bro.
Hey, I agree. That's why it's crazy.
So let's look at these DMs.
He's like, I'm having flashbacks of the cat right now. Oh man, this is crazy.
Oh man.
I mean, yeah. How you think she did? 19 years old, first promo.
I think she did great, man. But you know who's doing an amazing job? My boy Dominic. I love Dominic, man. I'm all in.
Send him and Ray to SmackDown as a tag team.
I did like him. Yeah, yes. I was gonna bring that up because we do need more teams. I didn't mind him.
Well, let's just scrap the tag team division. I have no issue doing that.
No, we need to send some teams to Raw too. I don't even know.
No, I think what they need to do is just unify the belt.
Yeah, they'll unify it, right?
Yeah, bro, because they don't have enough. They don't have enough. Like, if not, they have, like, there's not enough teams to go back and forth, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
they have teams available. It's they're just like, let's not use them. Like, for example, the fucking Otis and Tucker been on SmackDown.
He has some money in the bank.
They are.
How much storylines do you want to give Otis? He has Money in the Bank and Mandy.
Well, not anymore because Mandy's on Raw. And then, but
they still tweet at each other all the time. They make it seem like it's still a thing.
I mean, dude, he was like, man, she looks just like Trish Stratus.
Yeah.
Technically, Usos are on SmackDown.
Yeah, well,
technically,
no. Usos are in the main event picture, but don't you pump them back down to SmackDown?
I'm just saying they have tag teams.
Well, you know, there was talk about James Storm supposedly was.
I swear to God, if they pull off Beer Money, even though it's a decade too late, I'm gonna be fucking wet as shit, dude.
Like, the only thing is, I feel like they wouldn't be able to really do the Beer Money thing as well as they would unless they have like Triple H's blessing, like in NXT, because Vince doesn't get that shit. You know what I mean? Like, Vince would try to turn them into what he tried to turn FTR with, like that stupid party shit.
Well, you have James Storm debut on NXT, and then there's gonna be maybe they do a Dusty Rhodes Classic in a few months because that comes up again like February or some shit. And then all
Cody
of a sudden,
Rhodes Classic.
Is it? I remember that they usually do that Worlds Collide shit around that time too, right?
Yeah. Well, last year I thought they did it before WrestleMania. I could be wrong though. I might be an idiot.
Hey guys, I love you guys. I think this is the time why I sign out. Follow me at Young Baca at Young Baca Productions. I gotta catch a flight to Vegas. I'm gonna let you guys
He's too
Keep
good
talking
for
about these
us.
people I've never heard of.
Well, we're just gonna do 5
I love
more
you
minutes or
guys.
something.
Brian, congratulations, dude. I'm super happy for you.
Well, first of all, before you take
Hey,
off,
that's why I can't watch Mandy Rose and Lana and wrestle. I have to be in it for the technical wrestling now.
Yeah.
I can't be watching these women
before you
anymore.
go, let's do this. We'll just sign it off like this. Happy birthday to young Baca, who just had a birthday not too long ago, man. Wish you nothing but prosperity and love, hope, success in the future, my dude, and of course, fly safely. All right. Or
Thank you, man. I appreciate
why are you
it.
flying? Why aren't you driving, bro?
You fly, it's 45 minutes. You drive, it's 5 hours.
It's just all about
It's
the journey.
4 hours unless you're driving in traffic at 3
Okay, so say it's 4 hours, but I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna be in LA and I'm gonna be in Vegas. It's gonna be 45-minute difference, right?
Probably gonna be 45.
Right.
And it cost me $75.
Hey, you're gonna come back. You're gonna come back darker, and you're gonna be joining the her business before we know it. And I love you for it, man. But no,
All right,
great
man.
seeing you guys, man. Great to get together. Again, have a safe flight, Baca. And shoot, see you guys next week, man.
Sounds good.
Lakers for the sweep, baby. You heard it here first.
Boom.
Probably.